Okay, question number 10. There are S steps to the top of the Statue of Liberty. The number of steps in the Washington Monument is 27 less than 6 times the number of steps in the Statue of Liberty. What represents the number of steps in the Washington Monument in terms of S? Now, the key to these types of questions is, as you read these, they will tell you that the other number that we're comparing or that we're working with is 27 less than 6 times the number of steps in the Statue of Liberty. As you can see, in the beginning, they said there are S steps to the top of the Statue of Liberty. S steps. Basically, they're saying this is unknown. S is just our question mark here. We're going to take that question mark and use it and do something with it to get an idea of how many steps there are in the Washington Monument. So we're not using a question mark here, but we are using S. If you take a look at the wording here, one thing that you can do that's a really good idea is you almost want to think about this backwards. If you have the number of steps here, and you do, that's our S. If we need to go from S, the number of steps at the Statue of Liberty, and we needed to turn that into the number of steps at the Washington Monument, well, it tells us here. It's 27 less than 6 times that number. So we're almost going to work backwards here. We're going to take that number times 6. So 6 times S, or just 6S. Once we get that number, we're going to subtract 27. So it's funny, we have to use order of operations down here, but in the text, we don't necessarily have to do that. We would have to do that if we were working out mathematically. So the key here is to think backwards and work backwards. Start with your unknown, the S or the question mark. Multiply that times 6, that's what we did, and then subtract 27 as your final answer. And this corresponds to, I'll look it up in just a moment. I think it's choice A, but we'll double check.